Hey, what's up guys? Danny Carlson from Kenji ROI here, and we're going to talk about something that is super important when it comes to Amazon keywords, and that is real Amazon data. So a lot of you may not know that a lot of the keyword tools out there that are Amazon keyword tools are not actually showing you Amazon search data. So we're going to talk about why that's a big problem and also how to spot it so you know if the tools that you're using are giving you crappy Google data or Bing data or actual real Amazon data. So let's get into it, guys. Okay, so let's just touch briefly on why the accuracy of your keyword search volume is even important. So Amazon basically is a search engine for your product. It's like Google for buying products, right? So people type in a search query and they want to find a product. So you want to show up high in those search results. If you are making decisions about your keywords that you're using in your listing based on bad results, then you're going to be optimizing your listing for stuff that people probably aren't searching for. Maybe you're optimizing it for what you think is the #1 keyword, but it's actually only have 50 searches a month. Meanwhile, there's all these other keywords that you're not even using, or maybe you're not prioritizing enough, and those are the keywords people are buying. They're actually buying through. So think of a worst case scenario here. You do a product launch and you give away, let's say 100 units in your product launch to rank for a certain keyword. But that keyword actually doesn't have any traffic because you used some crappy keyword tool, and now you just wasted, you gave away 100 units and all the costs that goes along with that, FBA fees, the product costs, the promotion costs, and you ranked on the keyword but no one's buying your product. So that's pretty much wasted money right there. That could easily be a couple $1,000s depending on your product. So a good analogy for this is like using a compass that you don't know if the compass is accurate or not to navigate the Atlantic Ocean. It sounds pretty crazy, right? You're just like, okay, this is pointing north. I guess we'll go north like that way, and maybe it's sending you, 10 degrees off to the left, and you're just going to end up in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so now we know why using real Amazon data for your keywords is important, but what's the alternative? What are the other tools actually giving you? What information? It's usually a mix of Google and Bing data, so very important differences there. Really, it comes down to one thing here, which is buyer intent. So people searching on Amazon, pretty much you can be certain they have buyer intent. You don't search on Amazon to go find the answers to other questions. You go there because you want to find something to buy. On Google, it can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have buyer intent. Maybe it does. Maybe someone wants to type in a product they want to buy into Google, but they're much more likely looking for the answer to a question. How do I do this? What is this? They're looking for some specific fact. It could be anything, right? So you can see why that would be an issue if you're using some Google data to optimize your Amazon listing. I have an example here in the blog post that's you search for pest repeller, and some of the top results are we have exterminator and pest control services. So obviously people are not searching for pest control services on Amazon, right? They're going to search on Google. They're going to find their local pest control guy. So if you're optimizing your listing for pest control services, no one's going to be buying your product through that keyword. So we're probably all in agreement that we want to use keyword tools that give you real Amazon data. But the problem is most keyword tools won't say where they get their data. They're not going to tell you that they're not using real Amazon data. So we kind of have to look for ourselves at the results. And there's a few red flags that come up that you can easily identify tools that are doing this. The #1 thing you can do is look for search results that obviously are not buyer intent search results. So that's things that people would not be typing into Amazon typically, like do-it-yourself pest repeller or how to make pest repellent. Stuff like that. You wouldn't type that into Amazon because there's no products really that would be about how to make pest repellent. Like maybe there's like some popular ebook, kind of got to watch out for that. But in general, that's a good indicator that they're just taking Google data and then presenting it as Amazon data to you. So big red flag there. Another really good one too, if you've been running this product for a while with Amazon PPC, you should have a decent amount of keyword data and you should know which keywords actually convert for your product. So compare that data to what the keyword tool is giving you, and that should give you a good indicator. If it's totally different and totally random, then it's worth looking into more. If you really want to be nerdy, I would also bring up Google Keyword Planner. That's Google's free keyword tool that they give you search volume and stuff like that. Compare it with that data, and if there's a lot of similarities there, it's Google data. Don't want to use that tool. So moral of the story here, guys, when it comes to data, be super careful where the data is coming from. If you don't trust the data, you probably shouldn't be making important business decisions based on that. When it comes to business decisions that thousands of dollars lie in the balance, are you really going to just like take someone's word for it, or are you going to look into it, right? So hopefully this video gives you some tools, some new frameworks to look at things, so you're not just taking data and blindly making decisions on it. You are able to analyze it, make sure that it's really good data, and just go with it. Magnet 1 used a bunch of Google and Bing data, and back then I didn't actually use it. But now it is a lot better. It uses real Amazon data. There's one or two other tools out there that I know that do, but there's a lot that don't. So be careful, guys. Do your own analysis, and hopefully you learned something from this video. Cheers.